what's up? I know I look kind of crazy because I just wanted to do some fun makeup for my Instagram. So I came up with this, and since I'm already done up, I figured let me just come on here and tell a story about, I don't know, I'm just winging this. I can tell a story about my house getting raided. That happened to me twice, so I have 2 stories on that. I can tell the story about getting arrested. I can tell a story about a lot of different shit. I think I'm just gonna tell you guys some Lyft stories. If you don't know, I drive Lyft on the side. I started driving Lyft in February of this year, like towards the end of February, and pretty much I started to do it because I knew I wanted to quit my job at Lexus, and I knew I was gonna get another commission job, and most of the time when you get a new commission job, it takes like a minute to kind of get to where you're comfortable, so I needed something else to supplement my income in case I wasn't making the money that I'm used to. Your girl's driving Lyft. It's been fun. I've met a lot of cool people, and I've got, you know, some stories and shit. Before I get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to Jake and to Europe because they always love watching my videos, and Jake just commented the other day and was like, I need another story time. So here we are. Most of these stories are kind of short, so maybe I'll just do like, you know, a few little stories here and there. So my first week driving Lyft, I had a ride that took me into the bad side of town, like the west side, Maryvale, the hood. I picked up some guy from a liquor store, and this guy is like drunk AF, like he is gone, and he's not like, oh, turn up, like I'm getting, you know, I'm partying, like he's like, you can just tell like he's like an alcoholic and he's got issues and he's like messy drunk, like ugh. On the Lyft app, you can set your app to like if you just want to like go home or you want to like drive towards a certain location, that it'll only give you rides on the way there. So I set it to go home because I was ready to like call it a night. It pinged me for him, I accepted the ride, and like it showed me that I was just gonna have to like, once I picked him up, that I was just like going down the street. I was like, alright, cool, no big deal. So he's just like, actually this is just gonna be a stop and then I need you to take me to my motel. And I'm like, whatever. So I drive this motherfucker to this neighborhood. It was only like 5 minutes away, and I get there, I'm like, alright, we're here, what's up? And he's just like, oh, this isn't it. And I'm like, well, this is the address you put in. He's like, this is not it. Like, and he's all wasted. Throughout this whole time, because you're just like all wasted, he just keeps throwing dollars at me. Like, bro, I'm your Lyft driver. I'm not a stripper. Like, I'm just getting a bunch of ones thrown on me. I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain because it's money, and that's why I'm doing it. But I was just kind of like, what is going on here? I pull up to the house. He's like, this is not it, this is not it. And I'm like, okay, well, where are we going? He's like, let me just make a phone call. And he's just like talking on the phone. He's just like, what is the address? Like, what is the street? And like, he's just like, it's the street. So I'm like driving around the block, and it's just like, it's not it. I'm getting real annoyed because I want to go home. Like, I'm fucking over it. And I really just want to kick him out of my car, to be honest, but I don't know. I was just like, I was kind of scared because, you know, first of all, it's my first week doing this, and I don't know, he's really drunk. I don't know what he's going to react like, and it's just me in the car, you know, just me, girl, you know, harmless bitch, I guess, you know, and I don't have anything to defend myself in the car, no pepper spray, no knife, no gun, no nothing. So I was just trying to be really nice to him and, you know, just get him to where he wanted to go so like he wouldn't act out. He's just like talking to this person, he just doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Like, this guy, he's just fucking gone. And I'm like, yo, just give me your phone and let me talk to the person. So I talk to the fucking person, and they give me like turn-by-turn directions. I was on Bethany Home, like one street, and I was like, let's see, I was north of Bethany Home, and really where I needed to be was south of Bethany Home. So I was able to find the place really quick, and I was like, cool. So we pull up to the spot. He's like, yeah, this is just a stop, just wait here. And I'm like, I wait like 5 minutes, and then I'm just like, dude, I just want to fucking dip. Like, I don't want to deal with this guy. He's fucking annoying, and he's like creepy. He's like giving me really creepy vibes because he's just like, wow. Hey, stop that. Anyway, he's giving me really creepy vibes, and I'm just like, ugh. And he's just like, you're just so beautiful and so pretty. Like, what are you doing? Do you have a man? Like, just creepy. Goes into this place, and he's just fucking like, you know, this house, and now like I'm waiting for fucking ever, and I probably would have dipped, except he left a bunch of shit in my car, and I just didn't really know what to do. Like, I was like, maybe I should just like toss this shit in this fucking yard, but then I was like, what if he comes out mid me throwing his shit in the yard? So I was like, a little scared, and I was like, fuck. He finally comes back, and he's like, alright, now you're gonna take me to my motel. Well, the fucking motel is like opposite direction from where I live, so I was pissed about that because he didn't have to stop until he was already in my car, and like, ugh, it was so annoying. I take him to this hood-ass Motel 6, and he's just like, you know, like, I replaced the windshields, and like, I'll lie to your insurance for you if you want to get your windshield replaced so you can get $50, and like, tell your friends. And it's just like, dude, like, homeboy, I am not trying to commit fucking insurance fraud for $50 fucking dollars. Like, no. Okay, we get to the fucking Motel 6. I'm like, okay, sir, you know, have a good night, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, well, what are you doing right now? And I'm like, I'm going home. He's just like, well, that doesn't sound like any fun. And I'm like, bro, like, if you're trying to, like, insinuate me coming into your hotel room, like, that does not sound fun. Like, no, I don't want to come into your shitty-ass Motel 6. Like, the fuck? So another story that's happened while I was driving Lyft, this just happened, like, probably like a month or two ago, and I kind of talked about it on my Instagram, but for y'all bitches don't know, I guess I will tell you. I was driving in Tempe, which is by ASU, like Arizona State University, so it's very like on Mill Avenue. There's like all these bars if you're not familiar with the area. I was going to this bar called Varsity to pick up some people. That's where my pickup was. So like I pulled up right in front of this bar. There's this one bar on the first floor, and Varsity is on the second floor. So I'm just like chilling there waiting for my passengers to come, and I hear this big plop sound. Like, it sounded like a tire exploded, and I was like, yo, what the fuck was that? So I'm like looking around, and I look over onto the sidewalk, and I see this like kid, and he's just like laid out like on his stomach on the cement. And like what I thought, I was like, oh, like this kid just like, you know, he's wasted, he fell over. So I open my car door, and I like stand up, like I don't really get completely out of the car, but I'm like, yo, or like, hey man, like, are you alright? He doesn't say anything, and I'm like, oh shit. Like, so like I get, you know, all the way out of my car, walk up to him, I'm like, yo man, are you alright? And he kind of just like looks up to me and like kind of moves his eyes, but he doesn't say anything, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I look up, and these like kids that are on the second floor, they're like, yo bro, like he just fell off the second floor, bro. And like these kids are saying bro like every other word, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, have you guys called the ambulance? And they're like, no bro, he just fell. And so I'm like, well shit, like let me just like, I'm like, let me go just get my phone so I can like call the paramedics. And like as I'm walking back to my car, my passengers see me, and they're like all like, you know, they're lit too, and like a kid's like, yo, are you my Lyft driver? And I'm like, yeah, but hold on, like this kid just fell off the second floor, like I need to call 911. And so I go to my car so I could grab my phone, but honestly, before I could even get to my car like and grab my phone, all these policemen on bikes came rolling up, so they tended to him. Like Mill Avenue, they always have a bunch of police over there because obviously it's like everyone's getting wasted, you know, shit gets out of hand, people fall off the second story. So yeah, they were right there, so I was like, alright, well, I guess they got this covered, like there's nothing I can do. So me and my passengers hop in my car, and we're out. I didn't know what else happened to that kid, but I did read something a few weeks ago. It was like an article or something, a statement or something the bar put out, and the bar got closed down for a little bit because from what I hear is they were serving minors previously, and then the kid fell off. So yeah, the kid, he was fine. He just broke his elbow and some ribs, so I mean, he's lucky because he could have really fucked some shit up. Like bro fucking belly flopped onto the cement from the second floor. So Good for him. So I'm going to tell one more story just because I don't want this video to be too long. And this story is not really my story. It is a story that one of my passengers told me. I pick up homegirl like in Tempe. It was like the Mill Avenue area. It was probably getting close to 2 o'clock. I was just going to take her to her house. A lot of times what I get when people get in my car like, aren't you scared to be a Lyft driver? Like you drive, because I drive at night because that's where the money is, okay? And I don't like driving in traffic, and right now in Arizona it's hot as shit. I'm not about it, so I drive at night. She's like, girl, aren't you afraid of driving at night? Like there's all sorts of fucking weirdos out here. Like and she was just like really like pounding it like to me. She's like, you need to get a gun. You need a gun. You cannot do this. You need a gun. You need to carry. And I'm like, yeah, I'll look into it. She's like, you can go here and you can get lessons and blah, 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 blah. But, and I was just like, yeah, I'm going to do that. But I can't really do that because I am a felon. I'll tell that story another time, but I can't legally have a gun. I can apply to get my rights back, and which I want to do, so I can vote and carry a gun, I guess, if I want to, but at the moment, not allowed. Anyway, she's just like, let me just tell you about what happened to me one time when I took an Uber home from the bar. She's just like, I was really drunk. I got into this Uber with some dude driving. I dozed off when he's taking me home, and when I woke up, homeboy took me to his house. So this Uber driver, instead of driving her home, drove her to his house. Like, what? She woke up and she's like, yo, where the fuck are we? And he's just like, oh, well, like, I thought we could just, like, come to my house and, like, hang out and smoke weed. And she was like, absolutely fucking not. She reported him, obviously. I don't really know what happened. I got to her house, so, like, I didn't really hear any more of that story, but, like, really? Like, there is some fucking creeps in this world. Like, I can't believe someone would just be like, let me just take this bitch to my house, like, so we can smoke weed. Like, no! Creep! Now, when I do drive, I mean, even during that time, I have pepper spray in my car, so I figured if something is to go down, like, that'll kind of give me, like, a head start to run away, so I could be like, psh, biatch. And I also have a knife that my boyfriend gave me because he hates that I drive Lyft, and he hates that I do it at night, so he is not a fan whatsoever. He gave me this knife and is like, yo, anyone tries to fuck with you, stab him, then twist the knife, and then dip. And I was like, you got it. But besides that creepy guy, like with a drug deal, hotel shit, I don't really, like, I haven't really had any money, like, creepers where I felt really, like, unsafe. So I am lucky for that. I mean, I have a lot of stories. Sometimes I feel like I'm a therapist. There's a lot of things that go in driving Lyft, and it's a lot of fun to me because I like driving, and it's easy as hell money. You meet some cool people, so it's definitely like a fun little job, little side gig to have. And like now I don't even really need to drive Lyft, but I just do it because it's like, bitch, there's money to be made out there, and I want to be the one to make it. So hustler. Just kidding. That is all I have. My little 3 stories from driving Lyft. I could make probably like 3 more of these videos, and I'm sure I will gain some more experiences I can tell you about. So let me know if you would want to hear more Lyft stories in the future. And let me know if you want to hear about me getting arrested and raided and all that good stuff and getting into trouble, because I'm just was a troubled youth, kind of. Not really. I don't know what I was doing. But anyway, that's all I have. So like and subscribe if you want to. Like this other girl, like I heard her say in the end of her video, she's just like, you can really help your girl out for free if you just subscribe. So it's like, you want to help me out for free? Hit the subscribe button, bitch. I will see you guys on another video whenever that is. Maybe hopefully not another 2 months from the last video. So yeah, bye.